Hi, I'm Jeff Barry. This evening, I'll be showing you how to make potato pancakes, sometimes called potato latkes. These are some of the things you'll need to make latkes. One is potatoes. These are russets from a local farm. You can use any kind of potatoes you have, even mixing up more than one variety. You'll also need eggs. 3, 4, 5 eggs, depending on how many potatoes you actually have. I like to add a little bit of onion. I'll use about half of this onion and I'll grate it up along with the potatoes. I'll also add a little bit of flour just to give the potato mixture some body. Finally, salt and pepper to taste. I like to use fresh ground pepper because pre-ground pepper has no flavor. You'll also need some olive oil to cook the potatoes in. This is an extra virgin olive oil from Greece. You can use any kind of oil you like. In addition, you'll need a vegetable peeler to peel the potatoes. You'll also need a grater to grate the potatoes. You can use this hand grater, be careful not to skin your knuckles, or you can use the shredding disc on your food processor. Finally, you'll need a clean towel or linen napkin that you use to squeeze the water out of the potatoes. Let me show you how it's done. First thing I'm going to do is peel the potatoes. Next, I'll cut up the potatoes and the onion to get them ready for the food processor. Now it's time to grate the potatoes. Now that the potatoes are grated, I'll empty them into this bowl so I can squeeze the water out of them. I'll grate the onion as well, and I can put it right in directly into our bowl. The next step is to take large handfuls of these grated potatoes, put them into the towel, and wring out the water. Take a large handful of potatoes, put it in your towel, pick up the corners, and as you see, as you squeeze it, you get a lot of liquid coming out. If you keep this liquid in the potatoes, what you'll end up with is steamed potatoes instead of fried potatoes. Add that to the bowl with the onions in it. First, we'll add about a half a cup of flour. And about, I'd say for this amount, about 4 eggs in terms of what we want it to look like when it's done. Add some pepper. Some salt. And mix it up. Once it's mixed, you're ready now to fry your potato latkes. Let's head on over to the stove. Here we are at the stove, ready to cook our latkes. I'm heating my pan, and I'm going to add some oil. Don't be stingy here. As soon as the oil is hot enough, and you can always test it by putting just one of the little pieces of potato in the oil and see if it starts to bubble around the edges. If it doesn't, wait a little bit longer until it starts to really get hot. Okay, the oil looks hot enough now. As you can see, I have a fair bit of oil in here. Take some of the mixture and just put it right in the pan and flatten it out a little bit. Don't crowd them, otherwise you'll end up not really getting them nice and brown. So cook for a few minutes on this side, and then I'll turn them over. After a few minutes, the potatoes will start to brown around the edge. Take a look underneath and see how they're doing. These are nice and brown on the bottom, so I'm going to turn them over. Let them cook on this side until they're about the same. These latkes are done cooking. I like to move them onto a plate with a paper towel to let the oil drain a little bit. These latkes are almost ready to eat. Some people like to have them with a little bit of sour cream. Some people like to have them with applesauce. I like them with a little bit of both. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me.